What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well, so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming content. So on today's video, I'm back out here on the river, and basically what I'm doing is I'm going back into that cove that has that big school of fish in it, and they've been there pretty consistently. I caught them pretty good the other day when I had my daughter with me in my little 30-minute challenge. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. That's a pretty fun video. But today it's a little bit colder. Right now it's 42 degrees, and the water temps look good though. The water temps are still 48.6 degrees, and in that creek they're probably going to be even higher. So my hopes are to go in there, and I really want to try to catch a big bag today. I really caught some nice fish the other day. Some of them I got on video, but I didn't show them in the video when I edited it. But I'm hoping to go back, and I'd like to catch a good bag. And we're going to set the goal today at a 12-pound bag. It's 129 right now. We got about, I don't know, we got a little run before we get there. But I think we can get on some fish and catch some good ones. So we're going to go ahead, jump this bad boy on plane. Let's see if we can catch some bass. Alrighty, we are here. Let's see if we see any fish on the graph. Oh yeah, there's some under the boat. 28 foot. That's probably not the species we're looking for, but there's a couple. I'm sure they're here. They ain't gone nowhere. Water temp 47.4 in here. So let's drop the trolling motor. Let's see if we can get us a daggone bass. I did stop one bend before I came in here, and didn't get bit, didn't get a bite or anything. So, and I heard another boat that kind of sounded like it was coming in here, so I didn't want to take any chances of them coming in and getting on this spot. But there is a group of bass under the boat right here. Under the group, they're right under the boat. All right, so there's a group right there, so I need to keep that in mind. Right over here in this little bend right here is where I was catching them at. Oh, there's another group of fish. There was some set up on this corner right here the other day, but I couldn't get them to bite. See if there's any sitting right off here. I'm sure it is. They just might not bite, but so the water is higher than it was yesterday, because up here in front of me, there was a little stop up there in front of me that I could see, and I can't see it now. So the water is actually a little bit higher. I thought it was actually a little bit lower. We gonna catch some fish though. We just gotta get them to bite. That's all. See if they're set up right there right now, ready to eat. If they're there, it ain't gonna take but a couple casts for them to bite. If they're pulled up there ready to feed. It got really cold last night. It got down in the 20s, like 21. So it cooled the water down in here. I can definitely see that it cooled it down, because the water now is 45.9, so that's colder than it's been the last 2 times I've been in here. So that definitely might have messed them up a little bit. Ooh, I thought that was a bite, but it won't. I'm dragging off the end of some wood. That's a bite. Yep, that's a good one too. So they're out just a little bit further. I mean, he ate it too. Get in here. He's not a great big one, but right there. I mean, he absolutely choked it. So that's fish number 1, and we won't hear long. Thank you, bud. Oh, I guess we should weigh him. I mean, we wanted to do, what, 12 pounds, I think, was what I put my goal at. So let's get out away from there. All right, so we got 1.76 for the total. All right, good deal. There he is. That didn't take long. 1.76 on that rage bug. He was right off the end of that wood. Right off the end of that wood. Came up, he was swimming out with it. Good deal. So he was out in there, just out a little bit further. So what these fish are doing is they're sitting out, you know, in this deeper water. And like yesterday, the water was warmer, so they had slid up shallow. So they're sliding up and down off the deeper water up onto the flats to feed, which is a lot of times what fish do this time of year, and they do it in the winter as well. You know, sometimes the deeper fish are a little bit harder to catch, but the fish that slide up shallow, you know, they're kind of in more of a feeding mood. So sometimes they're easier to catch. Now, if you get the deep ones fired off, now you can really work on them too. But it's all about getting that school fired up. And, you know, and honestly, most of the time, this is more of like a lake pattern. You know, this does, obviously you see this does happen in the river as well. And some rivers have, you know, the fish school up more than others. In this particular river, they don't school up a ton, but I have been able to find this group that's been pretty active and willing to bite. So while they're here, I definitely wanted to keep trying to catch some, because I really feel like I should be able to get into a big one. Really looking for that 5+ pounder. I know he's here. Let's throw that ball head jig up there. First cast with that ball head jig. This feels like a good one. Yep, it is. First cast with that jig. He absolutely ate it. I mean, it is gone, completely gone. Check that out. That jig just choked it. And I had thrown the raised bug all up there and not got bit. It's a pretty one. Let's scale him real quick. See what we got. All right, yep, 2.02. Good deal. All right, there y'all go. 2.02 pounds on that jig. I mean, as soon as I threw it up there, when I came up, he was swimming off with it. And that's that jig right there. I got a speed crawl on it. And that's just a 1/2 ounce ball head jig. And I caught one almost 4 pounds on it yesterday. I didn't even include that in the video. Caught that fish on the very last cast. In a minute, I'm going to set the hook, and it's going to just not even move. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, there's a bite. Got that one. This one don't feel quite, oh no, this one's a good one too. This one's a good one too. This is the biggest one out of all of them. Come here, come here. Gotta get your head going this way. Oh man, look at that one. That's a 3-some. Off the end of that treetop. I mean, pegged him right in the top of the lip. I just sprayed that with Bang garlic. He might not be a 3-something. He's a probably 2 3/4. 2.73. Lock it in. All right. What a chunk. There he is. 2.73. Thank you, bud, on that jig. Let's get us a doggone another one. He kind of pecked at it when he bit it, so I wasn't real sure if he was a big one or not. We got to retie real quick. Yeah, we got to retie real quick. Don't want to take a chance at setting the hook in a doggone 7-pounder, 7 or 8 pounder and breaking off. We don't want that. So they want the jig today. Let's throw one right here while we're inching back up to that spot. Yesterday it was a big group sitting right here. I could never get any of those fish to bite. You know, and it's all about finding fish. I've learned through the years that you can fish the best looking stuff there is, but if the fish aren't there, you are not going to catch them. You are not going to catch them. And you know, I used to try to force the bite, catch them on what I wanted to catch them on, catch them where I wanted to catch them, whatever way I wanted to. And if they don't want it, and if they're not there, you can't catch them. You can't catch fish that aren't there. So, you know, finding them is the hard part. Catching them is easier than finding them. Once you find them and you find fish that are willing to bite, you can sit down on them and mix things up, find out what they want, change it up, whatever. But finding them is the hard part. Might just have to keep switching it up. You know, you catch a couple fish on one thing and then pick up something else. because that last bite I got was kind of just it wasn't real, want a real solid bite. There's a bite. Here he is. Oh no, missed him. Oh man, I missed him. Let's see if it bited again. They're right off the end of that little tree comes out right there, and they're right off the end of that stick. There he is. Got him that time. That one feels pretty doggone good. Yep, he's not a giant, but he's a keeper. He is a keeper. I mean, when they're biting it, they are choking it. He's a pound something. He was not coming off. Let's see what he weighs. I mean, they're so pretty. 1.08. All right. 1.08. So that's fish number 4. And we need fish number 5. We need fish number 5. They are all out here, just everywhere. And if anybody's wondering what line I'm throwing this on so you can see it in the light. It's like a smoke gray color, but it's Balzac's Tarantula copolymer is what I'm throwing this jig on. This is 20-pound test. I really like this line. It's strong and it handles real good. So if you're looking for, you know, some new line for 2022, I got them linked down in the description below, and I got a savings code down there as well. So check that out, because you know I use it on all my reels. And my other reel that I was throwing the raised bug on, that's 22-pound Revington, which that's actually mono, but it has very, very low stretch for a mono, and they have fluorocarbon and braid as well. So like I said, you can just go check it out, find something you want to try and give it a go. But we have got 4 fish, so we need 1 more to fill the limit. And we haven't even fished but this one corner right here. We're gonna fish that point and then this point right here. So we might let the bigger fish kind of slide back up there. But they're liking this jig. Yeah, there's one. Got that one. Oh, I don't know if he's still on it. Oh, I really don't want to lose my jig. He was pulling it down into the treetop. It don't feel like he's on there now. God, look at all the fish sitting right here. Look at all of them. I'm gonna spook the mess out of them coming up here to get my jig, or hopefully get my jig. There we go. Got it. All right, good. Tell you what I'm gonna do just to let everything set. I did catch some fish in here yesterday on the spinnerbait, so we're going to go through there with the spinnerbait and see if we can get one to fire on that. And this is just 3/8 ounce Booyah, that covert with that orange kicker blade. So maybe we can pick up one as we go around and kind of let those fish resituate themselves. Sometimes that's just what you got to do. Just let them set back up if they, you know, quit feeding, or if you get hung and you got to go up there. A lot of times you just got to let them get back up and reset. Sometimes it takes, you know, 20 minutes or so. There he is. Swimming with it. Got that one. He was out here off the point a little bit. Get in here. It's a little porker. Not a real big one, man. He's fat. Let's see what that little guy weighs. That completes our limit anyway. 1.16 locked in. 1.16. All right, there he is. 1.16. Another one on the jig. He was off the end of that treetop. He was out from it. Put a little more dang garlic on there. I've been kind of tempted to do my claws in chartreuse, but they're biting it, so it ain't no need to do that. Yeah, as soon as I threw in that top, he bit it. I mean, all these treetops might have them. Every one of them. Might flip the rage bug in there. There he is. Oh no. Doggone it. See if he bites this. Set up a little bit further over there. They're wanting that jig a little more than the raised bug. But there's one. Oh, he's still on there. Yep, he's on there. Get him out. Just held that pressure on him. He's a little guy. And ain't no need to weigh him, but there you go. Man, he stuck to my glove. Had him doing cartwheels. I thought that might have been a big one when I set the hook in him. I mean, they're up there in that top. I'm going to go in there and get my jig. What we might do is fire up and go further up in the creek to the mouth of a little ditch. Fish that, see if we can get a fish right there. And then might end up coming back here because I just drug all over that good stuff right there where I've been getting bit. I didn't get bit then. which I might be able to throw the rage bug up there. Let's throw that up there, see if we can get bit. I mean, that's so crazy. I just thrown that jig. This is a good fish. Yep, this is a good one. I mean, I just thrown that jig up there. I don't know how many times. This is a good, yeah, this is a good one. I got him hooked funny. He just now realized he was hooked. Yeah, this is definitely a cold fish. I mean, he just absolutely ate that rage bug. He had it like sideways in his mouth. It's just like you got to throw something a little different up there. Chunk, definitely a cold fish. He will be taking place of, I think, either 4 or 5. .176, just like the first fish. So he's going to take place of the number 4. All right, good deal. I mean, he had just drugged that doggone rage bug. I mean, that jig all over him and picked up that rage bug. Man, it's a pretty fish. Thank you, bud. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm tying my lure up there on my rage bug, my hook, whatever, with a simple clinch knot. I'm just twisting it 8 times. I got my rage bug so slimy with garlic spray that I can't hardly hold on to it, but just a regular old clinch knot, Texas rigged with a 3/0 owner wide gap hook. And it's about time for me to replace this rage bug. As a matter of fact, we're gonna try, ow, just stuck the hook in my hand. We're gonna try to get one more fish out of it if we can. But I'm just throwing this on a 3/8 ounce tungsten right here. That's a 1 objective tungsten and a 1 objective bobber stopper. And I mean, that's what it looks like. Very simple. You can see my little tag end hanging out. My dad used to leave his tag ends long, and I guess that's kind of a ode to him. So I do it now. I used to not do it, but I do it now. So maybe we can pick up a big one right here, hopefully, being we just switched back to the rage bug and just got bit again. So let's see if we, and there he is. He just bit it. There he is. I mean, another good one. That's another cold. I mean, you talk about thumping it. That fish absolutely thumped it. Get in here. That's a better one. That fish is 1.5 pounds at least. And that's gonna cull number 5, which was 1.16. So let's weigh this bad boy. Yep, he is 1.52. So I said 1.5 pounds. Culls that fish. Lock that in position number 5. And there we go. I mean, this is as fun as it gets. It's cold, but the fishing is hot. The fishing is hot. So funny how I wasn't getting bit on that ball head jig, and then just pick this up and just immediately go 2 casts in a row catching them. so weird. See if we can get another one. I'm gonna throw that black and blue jig in there in a second. See if I can get one to thump that. There's a bite. He's on it. Got him. Another. I don't know if this was gonna cull. Not a bad one, but I don't think he's gonna cull. Smallest fish, 1.52. No, he's not gonna cull. Pretty little fish though. Thank you, bud. There's one. On the jig. I don't know how big he is. I don't think he's a... he might be a cull. Yeah. I mean, choked it too. Yep. Well, I don't know. I got a 1.52. I mean, they are just snacking that thing when they're eating it. He was up on the front side. That's the first one I'm calling that front side, but I got a 1.52. I don't know if he's gonna clear that guy or not. Yeah, 1.52 is my smallest fish. Gonna be close. .30, so no. Didn't replace anything with him, but pretty little fish. Thank you. 9.79 pounds is what we have right now. I just added it up. 9.79. Thought I had a little bit more than that. I thought. But we need a good fish. We need a good fish. Our biggest fish is 2.73, and we need like a couple threes to get us to where we need to be. So let's see if we can get one. We're gonna get right and move to that other spot. But that fish was on the front side of this right here, right there. When I came up, he was gone with it. All right, let's move to that other spot. Let's move down the river just a touch. See if we can get a fish down there. See if we can get a fish down there. Because we need a 3.5 pounder, somewhere in there. That is what we need. All right, so after I'd fished that spot for a while, I decided to run to the back of the creek. The fishing in that corner had kind of slowed down a little bit. I'd caught right many. So I decided to move further back, you know, to see if maybe it was a little bit warmer back there and maybe I could get on another group of fish. But I got back there, the water temps were, I think, like 2.5 degrees colder. It was an influx of fresh water coming in. So didn't fish very long, and I decided to come back out. So I rounded the bend, and I had to slow down because it's an area where a lot of stobs are in the middle. So I slowed down and I started idling, and then this happened. God, did y'all hear those shots? Whew, I don't know where that person was shooting, but man, had me ducking down. That's scary. I don't like when somebody starts shooting like that. They might not have known I was there, but whew, that ain't cool. They're still shooting now. Well, hopefully we pull back up to this spot right now and hopefully we get bit. I don't know. We're about to pull up. This is gonna be the end of the day right here. Hopefully we get them. Alrighty. Man, them people back there shooting back scared the bejesus out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they're probably shooting at a safe backstop, but you just never know. All right, so hopefully we get one on this rage bug. We didn't fish that tree right there. What we'll do is we'll pull up, we'll fish this, then we'll come back, hit that tree, then we'll roll back, hit this again, and then that'll be it for the day. Starting to get pretty chilly. Starting to get chilly. Here he is. Here he is. He was out a lot further. He isn't gonna help my limit though. That's how they were popping off when I was going by them. There he is right there though. I don't know how many fish that is that we've caught, but that fish was out further. Just dragging it real slow on the bottom. I may have put another rage bug on here. I'm gonna end up getting hung and then I'm gonna be mad. Oh, there's a bite. Little guy. I don't know if these little ones have moved in or what. He was right there where he was supposed to be. But these big ones might not like this. Might not like this color with this chartreuse up there. Yeah, I think the fish have, I think the bite has faded a little bit. I think the fish have just kind of quit biting a little bit. I mean, we whacked them. We whacked them, no complaints. All right, one last cast with the jig. I knew something was stuck on that thing. We had some pine straw stuck on it. But one last cast right up there to that treetop where we caught them at. See if one wants to snack my jig, but we had some fun. About 3 hours of fishing, set the hook. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many fish we caught. 10, I guess. Somewhere around that probably. Didn't get our 12-pound limit, unfortunately. Had a little bit of excitement, or I was pretty scared, I'm not gonna lie, when that pistol started popping off right there beside me. He's still shooting now, as y'all can hear. But, you know, didn't get the 12 pounds, but that's okay. We're just shy of 10. And maybe tomorrow, maybe we can catch one fish that equals 10 pounds. That'd be pretty cool. So, but that's it. We're gonna get the heck out of here. Had some fun. That cast had pine straw on it too, so that one won't even no good. But that's all right. Get everything strapped down. Get this thing on the trailer.